U.S. Central Command says the U.S. carried out 14 airstrikes against ISIS targets in Kobani, Syria today. That brings the total over the past 3 days to 53. We're awaiting word on a possible deal that would allow U.S. forces to launch unmanned airstrikes from their base in Turkey. U.S. relations with that country are delicate right now, and national security correspondent Jennifer Griffin has a way they could get worse.
Turkey has refused to deploy its troops in northern Syria to protect the town of Kobani against ISIS. And just hours after announcing the U.S. could not use its major air base to launch airstrikes, Turkish fighter jets, like these F-16s, launched their own airstrikes against the PKK, Kurdish fighters allied with those helping to fight ISIS in Kobani. The actions of the Turkish president, a NATO ally, have puzzled some in Washington, causing some to ask whether it is time to take the PKK off the U.S. terror list, since they are now helping Syria's Kurds, known as the PYD, fight the Islamic State.
Here's the question they're asking. Is the juice worth the squeeze? What are we getting out of keeping them on the list? Right now, they're trying to aid the PYD, from what I hear, trying to aid the PYD inside Kobani.
The State Department designated the PKK a foreign terror organization in 1997, even though it never carried out a terror attack against the United States. Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson said as much when he pushed back on allegations ISIS fighters had crossed the Texas border. Here's how he described the 4 individuals who claimed to be members of the PKK, the Kurdish Workers' Party.
Their supposed link to terrorism was thoroughly investigated and checked, and in the end amounted to a claim by the individuals themselves that they were members of the Kurdish Workers' Party, an organization that is actually fighting against ISIL.
The State Department says its position on the PKK has not changed.
We have the same concerns we've had for a long time about the PKK. There's no change to our position on listing them as a terrorist organization.
The PKK has been fighting Turkish authorities for recognition for decades. The world's 30 million Kurds are the largest stateless people in the world and make up 20% of Turkey's population. The Turks have brutally suppressed the Kurds, and the PKK is accused of killing 30,000 Turks as part of that fight.
But the PKK has never targeted Americans, and now the U.S. needs Kurds on the ground in Syria to push back ISIS. The State Department revealed today it held direct talks with the Syrian Kurds for the first time this weekend in Paris. Bret.
Jennifer Griffin live at the Pentagon. Jennifer, thank you.